Hello.
Hey! Oh my
Welcome
god.
back.
Welcome back to Breathe
Breathe
If
If
You
You
Agree.
Agree.
Oh my god. So
Hey.
if you're watching this, hey girl, if you're watching this, you might see the set looks quite different. But look at these like cunt ass like microphones.
We went handheld, y'all.
We went handheld.
And we also have Lord and Savior Olivia Newton-John with us.
Gorgeous woman, gorgeous.
We are going through a bit of shifting with the pod, so apologies for...
There's been a bit of a delay.
Yeah,
there has been.
There's been a break.
And trust us, this break was not on us.
We've been really trying.
We have-
There's no blame to place.
No, there's no blame at all. But let me just say there have been hundreds of emails over the past few weeks.
So many.
Just trying to get back to you guys.
Truly.
Genuinely like fighting tooth and nail because we just want it. Like we missed it.
We missed it, and now we are doing this fully on our own, which we are so excited about. But totally just want to be like totally transparent with y'all. That's why it's gonna be just like a little bit of a shift. The background shifting. We might even change backgrounds again. I'm gonna get crafty.
We might paint a wall.
What?
I mean, but don't hold that. Dude, don't.
You know, things take time.
Also, we're gay, so
They take even less time.
yeah, arts and crafts.
Totally.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Everyone knows their 5th grade art teacher is like, that gay kid is going to do something special. He's going to suck a lot of dick.
You know when you had those teachers that you were like so obsessed with, but they knew you were gay? It was the ones you were like,
the English
you know who me.
teacher.
Yeah, it was English.
It was always the English teacher.
Miss
She'd be like,
Kramer.
oh,
Mine was Miss Kramer.
Mine was
my 5th grade teacher.
I can't remember her. Oh my god, that's. Oh well, I mean the one of the.
Didn't you just say
Miss Hauk? Miss Hauk.
Miss Hauk.
She said, "How could you do that?"
Let's fact check that because I think you just didn't want to go back on your word about
no,
saying
I think
that every gay
is.
man
I
remembers.
will check my yearbook later.
Okay.
Anyway,
you still have?
all of my yearbooks.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I'm so happy to be back here with
I'm
you.
so happy to be
I gotta
back.
say, we're on a couch right now, so I'm like super comfy. We might hook up.
To be honest, I'm like, I can't see the camera. I'm like staring at it. I'm like, can you see my hideous feet? Should I put my Uggs on?
No, your feet look totally fine.
I mean, I stuck them in the
free
crevices of the couch.
And by the way, you guys take a screenshot, free feet pics. I'm sure you have a Wiki Feet men.
Free
pics. Feet pics. It is June 10th, maybe.
Yeah.
And you know what that means?
It's Pride.
10 days into June. It's Pride. Yes, it's Pride. Happy Pride Month.
Happy
Pause
Pride.
up, monsters.
Pause up. Honestly,
Pause up.
I think y'all know this by now, but I think both me and Nick are so proud to be gay.
Oh my God, we're gagging for it.
We're gagging for being gay.
We're gooped and gagged. Yeah,
Truly.
no, we are. We actually might be a little too proud.
Is there a thing?
No, I was joking.
Ain't Too Proud, the musical. It was on Broadway.
No, we are. I mean, I just already 10 days in. A couple things. One, I'm exhausted.
So tired.
Two, I feel so lucky.
Yeah.
Like we are having so much fun. And I'm not even talking about like, you don't even have to be like drinking, doing drugs, dancing to have the fun. It's just like being surrounded by queer people. Nothing against straight people. It is not your fault that you're straight. I'm just so happy that
A little.
You know that you chose to be straight.
Yeah.
You know that. No, but I am so lucky. I feel like I won the lottery. I love queer people so much.
I love them so much, and we are, like you said, I also feel so lucky, and also that we're in West Hollywood.
Yeah.
That is like a gay city.
Yes.
Like
we are so lucky to live in the bubble that we do.
It is so beautiful, and to share this experience, and like also seeing so many people on different timelines of their journey and getting to experience, younger members of the LGBTQ plus and also the older members and just everybody coming together to celebrate, whether that be in the parade or music festival or anything that is, or just kind of like sitting down and thinking how lucky you are to be around the people that you are.
Right. Yeah. It's really sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it's just like so incredible.
Yeah.
And I did want to go back and say, how straight people or like people who have things against who believe that we choose to be gay.
Yes.
So if they believe we choose to be gay, isn't there like you chose to be straight?
Right. When was the moment that you were like, today, moving forward, I'm gonna be straight.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Like you
It's
chose
like,
that.
you got a boner in 5th grade looking at Mary Lou.
Right.
Mary Lou.
Mary Lou.
Mary Lou.
Where's Mary Lou now? Come on the pod,
Mary Lou, girl. We have a seat right here for you.
But you know Mary Lou was an ally.
Oh, Mary Lou was an ally, and she probably
She cut that hard dick off.
yeah, she said that's right.
She said you bullied my gal.
Yeah, no. No, those were the girls. That definitely. I think another gift is that a lot of the homophobic men went for the girls who were absolutely for the gays. Absolutely.
Totally.
But yeah, no, straight people, you never chose to be straight, and if you did, please call in to our number 911. But no, I feel so lucky, and I feel like there's so much has already happened in the past 10 days.
The 10 days feels like 10 years.
I feel like, the fact that, honestly, thank God we're on a couch because I haven't been able to stand much recently.
Mama.
And that's not even from like a sex thing. That's just from like throwing my body into every surface for the past 10 days.
It's been truly legs on fire. It's been leg day for 10 days.
Girl, the amount of bruises.
June is leg day.
June is leg day.
It's Gay Pride Month and leg day.
Leg day.
Every single day.
Not leg month, leg day.
Leg day.
Legs,
mama.
4 days.
Because every day, it doesn't feel like a month. It feels like every single day in the entire life because you are standing on your feet, dropping it low.
Also, the amount
of
of nights that so I used
give it to me, mama. Spill the tea.
Am I saying that I don't party anymore? Absolutely not. Let's have a laugh.
We want to be super transparent with you and honest.
And I still absolutely love to party, but the consistency, not my voice. I'm nervous. The consistency at which I do party compared to the way that I used to, and I'm not saying that I don't anymore, is vastly different. Mostly because, yes, we're getting older, and it's taking an effect on me in a way that it's not even like, oh, I should take care of myself. It's like my body is rejecting it.
Fully.
With it, mostly I would say I'm still pretty lucky I don't get super hungover, but I think it's more just like I'm so tired.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have been starting to understand something that I've never understood, which is people being tired and not wanting to be in social situations.
Oh,
I think it took
you're
me,
just realizing
I
that?
think it took me 30 years. I'm not joking. Like, you know that about me.
Totally.
Always love to be around people. I have needed some time away from people, which I think, and I'm realizing this, is super healthy.
So healthy.
Yeah. Like, it's not always good to be around 30 people.
No, but it is a great time when you are.
Oh, 100%.
I will say, like, secrets are no fun, so I'm going to spill a little bit. Like, our friend group is so cute, and I love it, but, like, they have this idea that being together hungover is fun, and to me it is it just
it's been a while
isn't.
Though.
No, it's been so long. It's been
to
so
do
long.
These things though, like
Sunday scary
days where everyone would, whatever time they woke up, they would come over to our apartment, Julian, Bettina, and I.
Bring the food.
They would bring food, bring whatever they needed. Everyone looked a fucking wreck.
Yeah.
Oh, our friend Jackson would bring over 95 different physical therapy objects.
Yeah, he loves
One
PT.
time he put on our friend Raph, it looks like he was giving her an EKG.
Yeah.
It was like shocking her back
yeah.
while theragunning her and like pulling a band from her neck. And we would just hang out. But no, I really am appreciating this downtime because what I was gonna say is this month, in a way that I used to a lot, that I haven't in a while, has been a couple nights of like being up until 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good anymore.
I see it, Mama. I see it.
I'm
just kidding.
I literally, each time I do that, they're like, one more wrinkle for you. I'm not the type of person who can go to bed at 6 a.m. and sleep until 4 p.m.
Totally.
It's always like, I am lucky. Yesterday when I woke up at 11 a.m. after going to bed super late, I looked at my phone and it said 11 a.m. and I said, yes, out loud.
Work.
As if those like 5 hours of sleep were like a fucking win.
Today, even I woke up at 8 and had to run an errand, and then I came back and went back to sleep, and we were supposed to meet at 2. I even gave myself 30 minutes. I was like, and it was like 8:30 in the morning, and I text Nick, I'm like, 2:30?
And I said, yes, of course,
And
my
I
love.
slept till 12:30.
No, it's like the waking up and like peeling your eyes open, the crusty crusts.
And
in
it's
your
like,
eyes.
am I actually going to be able to do anything if I stay up right now?
Well, that's exactly. No, that sometimes it's like take the extra 2 hours or whatever you need so that you can accomplish things that day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I'm actually going to be able to function.
No,
I
no,
also
no.
had planned a lunch today with a friend from New York, and I even canceled that. I felt so
Yeah.
bad, but I was like, you
Sorry
know that
to
emoji that is like,
like the
face.
squirmy face.
I felt so bad
Yeah.
because I will see them in New York. Shout out. But
Shout out.
I just felt bad because no other weekend do I really wake up on Mondays feeling like so crusty, dusty.
Crusty dusty.
But today was
Crusty
another
crafts.
thing because if you didn't know, in California, West Hollywood Pride is separate from LA County Pride.
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna give you 2 prides.
Which is great. We
love
love
it.
all the prides.
Love it.
Just,
but also, our bodies do not.
2 weekends in a row is is
By the
tough.
way, you know what? Hey guys, this is at LA at
one
WeHo
break,
Pride,
a week break.
or first weekend of the month and last weekend of the month.
No, I don't want the last weekend because that's
New York
Chicago or
Pride.
New York.
Oh,
So I
okay.
kind of love that you can like experience
Yeah.
others, but maybe like a week in between.
Yeah,
Like a midsummer.
I would
one.
love that because now I'm actually a little sad because like I didn't do that much this weekend. I mean, I went to Glam Cox. We can get into that.
Love.
But because of that, I was like, Friday night, I'm not doing anything. Sunday, I'm not doing anything. And now in my head, I kind of woke up this morning and I was like, oh shit, is Pride over?
Yeah.
But I guess it really isn't until the end of June. I mean, I won't let it be.
It's never over.
No.
It's a
Well, that's
year-round
true.
thing.
I don't know if you heard about this, but they're trying to make a straight Pride month.
Who is?
Some straights, not all the straights. We know that a lot of you aren't trying to do this, but I'm like,
What
just
the
shut
hell are
the
you
fuck
smoking?
every day is about you. Every day is about you. And they're trying to make a straight flag or something.
Girl,
Get
a fucking grip.
Yeah, also, what's the straight flag going to be? A black flag with, like, a beer on it?
Girl, like, y'all just, you want
You do
everything.
too much.
You just
It's
want
too
everything.
much.
All we're asking for is rights.
Yeah.
And you're asking for a straight Pride month?
Wait, speaking of last weekend, Julian we had a really cute little WeHo pregame here.
Yeah, so cute.
And by the way, let me tell you another thing. Last year there were like 60 people here.
Yeah.
This year it was like 10 of us.
Yeah.
And loved small group. It doesn't always need to be a big group.
It really doesn't.
It doesn't. It's actually sometimes it's a lot more special. I got to know your friend. I got to know John Henry, and I got to know Stones.
Yeah. So which is so nice, like getting everybody together in a small group setting as well. We had a lot of friends out of town as well. So it was kind of like
small.
Yeah, it was really nice to keep it
Yeah.
small, and I love even though we like spend all the time together and like our best friends, you still have those people in your life that like don't really get to be together a lot.
Yeah.
Like separate groups of friends. So again, it's like a special time where
Yeah.
everybody comes together and you like meet new friends or people's close ones who may be visiting or anything like that. But
Also, everyone's in this best fucking
it's
mood.
just good vibes.
Everyone is so like down here for it.
Yeah.
No matter what, we're having a good time. Like there was not one moment of like hesitation from any single person that I knew or ran into, including the like thousands of people in West Hollywood.
Yeah.
Any moment of the entire weekend.
I think Pride is everybody is more receptive
Yes.
to
A good fucking
making
time.
new friends
Yeah.
or talking, because I think a lot of times that isn't the
Yeah.
case, which is fine. Like you're out with the people you are out with and maybe you don't want to talk. But Pride, I feel like everybody is more like, okay, yes, like
let's slay
we're
mama.
proud, we're happy, and the vibes are right, and we're not
Yeah.
going to be like,
No.
yeah, exactly.
But
my name is no.
but I did have the most homophobic morning before your party.
Right.
We have to talk about it.
Right. Tell us.
Okay, so that morning, my boyfriend and I wake up and we're like, Julian's, yes, can't wait. It's going to be so fun. But
I think I also pushed the time on that. Too.
You did. But by the way, first time in my life where I've appreciated you pushing the time.
Okay, work.
Because I thought, we were originally not going to do anything. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to go to the gym for 30 minutes. Move my body just a little bit.
Love.
Like, we're like, let's drive. We drive my cute little Ford C-Max over. We park it in the parking lot. Not a single issue. And then work out for more like 20 minutes. And we're like, oh, let's go get, I was going to say groceries. Let's go get vodka for Julian's. And the minute I start driving, it like my car. It feels like my car is gonna explode. Like you can just hear it. It's like, and it's like swerving. Come outside of my car. The tire is basically sand.
Yeah.
It kind of looked. And the people at the Just Tires, whatever, were like, "Did you get this slashed?" It looked like someone slashed it.
Okay.
I don't think anyone did. My tires were really old. They all needed to be replaced. But
did you replace them all?
yeah. Oh, yes. $1,000 later. I know. That,
Sheesh.
again, homophobic. I'm
Yeah.
about to, like, go into 2 Pride weekends.
Yeah.
And I have to pay $1,000 before I've even put a tank top on?
For tires?
I know. Again, homophobia is
Yeah.
alive and well.
Forgot.
So, call a tow truck. I will say, Nico's a very
Throwback.
positive person.
Why do they call it a tow truck?
Oh, my God. Was that the first episode?
No, don't look it up. Yeah, it was first.
Call a tow truck. Nico, I will say, I will give this to him. I panic in these situations. I freak out. I get into the worst mood. I'm like,
Totally.
now everything's ruined. And he's like, things could be much worse. And he's correct. He was like, why don't we go get breakfast burritos? We'll drive to Ralph's in my car. We'll get all the stuff. And then we'll come meet the tow truck here. I'm like, okay, well, that sounds too smart.
Yeah.
So we do that. Meet the tow truck. Oh, no. While we're walking to Nico's car, we're on the street. We're in West Hollywood.
Yeah.
And we kiss. Or we're holding hands. I don't even know what we do. And oh my
He
God,
penetrates me.
yeah. He was raw dogging me on La Brea. And no, this guy like starts yelling at us, and he's like, "Oh, you sucking dick."
Oh.
I know, and I was like, It's Pride. He was
Yeah.
being homophobic, and I also was like, "Sir, my tires." I was like, "Oh my God, this man followed me and slashed my tires probably." So I was just like, my car doesn't have a tire.
Yeah.
He just got a homophobic insults thrown at me.
He just said, "Are you sucking dick?"
And then and then he mumbled a couple other things that were offensive, to say
Okay.
the least. Which was just like a shitty way to start. I honestly was like,
bleach,
whatever.
bleach blonde, bad build body.
yeah.
Mumbling.
It was Marjorie Taylor Greene. I threw a shoe at her.
That was Marjorie Taylor Greene slasher tired.
yeah,
And-
literally. She probably looked at it and slashed it.
Oh,
Yeah, with
Yeah.
those fucking daggers.
I
Anyway,
hate you.
hate you. Pause up.
Literally.
No, pause out. Actually.
Mm.
Anyway, we get it. Tow truck comes. Super sweet guy. He brings me to the tire location, and then we're like inside. The guy at the desk was being such a dick to me, and then the guy from the tire. By the way, this is AAA. This company is AAA. They're the ones who like help with any situation you need with your car. He comes in and he's like, "I don't know what happened. I locked your keys in your car." Sir, aren't you the one I'm supposed to call when I lock my keys in my car?
Right.
So luckily, my mom and dad, shout out Don and David, saved the day. They had a pair of extra keys at their house.
Love.
They got in the car, drove over, got the new tires. He said he couldn't have it ready the next day, and I was like, well, I can't pick it up later. So I picked it up an hour and a half later, and got it all done and made my way over here. But yeah, that was the start to my Pride.
Yeah, that is tough.
It felt pointed, but then we ended up having the best day.
But give me your hand.
Uh-huh.
You know what they say?
What?
God gives his strongest warriors the worst battles.
Mm-hmm.
And
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, no, we
Gay men.
gay men. Wait, oh my God. That's new.
Can I get a gay man?
Can I get a gay man? But then we ended up having the best day.
Mm.
I went to High Tops for like 7 hours.
Nick loves high tops.
I don't know if you've ever heard of High Tops, but I've been there a couple times. I feel like it's come up on this podcast at least like 15 times.
Oh, for sure.
We love High Tops. There's a new one on the east side too. Check it out. They have a great dance floor and a lot of bathrooms. If you're a pisser like me,
Yeah.
you're good.
Go piss, girl.
Go piss, girl.
No, high tops was super fun, and then
You went to the festival,
I went to the festival, which was so amazing. Our last guest, Vincent, was so incredible. I just want to say, I am still blown away by their performance. It is like so cool to see your friends.
Yeah, a friend.
Like perform, and like that's their job. Like you're like fucking killing it, and I just can't wait for even more people to get to know your music and your artistry. It's just like so amazing, and I am so excited for what's to come for you. You absolutely slayed.
Yeah, everything that I didn't have a festival pass, but everything that I saw of their performance, I was blown away. You're so right. Because we know Vincent as a friend, but then they're up on that stage with thousands of people in the audience.
Yeah.
Singing like fucking crazy.
So good.
Dancing, shaking that ass perfectly with the backup dancers. I was like, this is so iconic. Like, absolute star quality, superstar, unbelievable. Just watching the rise. And you know, not enough people know, and they will.
First, no doubt in my mind.
Like already
Taking
a major
over the
fan
world.
base, but we're talking super pop star international, mama.
So incredible and
Blown away.
Truly, like no words could describe it. I wish for all of you to get a chance to see them perform.
Mm-hmm.
Also, honorable mentions. Doechii was really amazing.
Doechii, yes.
Kylie Minogue was amazing. Purple Disco Machine was really fun.
Okay.
Who else was? Oh, loved Keke Palmer.
I would love a Keke Palmer TED Talk.
Love.
Every time I see a clip of her, a video of her, a picture of her, I stop.
She's
and
amazing.
I admire, and I watch the whole thing. I listen, and then I do it again.
Did you watch? Were you Nickelodeon or?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you watch?
I was
True
more
Jackson
Nickelodeon.
VP.
Did what?
True Jackson. True Jackson VP. It was Keke Palmer's show.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's so good. She is.
Wait,
like,
how old were we when that came out?
young.
Oh, okay.
She was like, well, don't judge me if we weren't.
I was like, I was watching Law & Order SVU, you child.
She's like the vice president of a fashion company.
Oh, cute.
And she's in high school.
Okay.
So, I believe, if I remember correctly, but I loved that show. I just loved her since we were younger. And I saw her actually in Taste of Chicago.
Ooh.
Way long ago when she sang her song Bottoms Up.
I Move Your Hand.
She didn't sing it.
Wait, that was the one song.
That
would be the one that I need. Yeah. It's Miss Kiki P looking extra flossy. We like blasted that shit in high school. I'm flossy. Oh my god, I haven't heard that song in so long.
So good.
Kiki, when you come back for Pride every single year, you have to sing Bottoms Up. That's also a plea to come back to Pride.
Yeah.
I need to do the festival next year.
You have to.
I will say, my friend from High Tops, who owns High Tops, Jesse, we love you. Thank you for everything that you do. Did get me a festival wristband Sunday. I came into the park at like 5:30 and I left at like 6 o'clock. I was overwhelmed, and our friend Clayton bought us shots that were way too big.
Oh.
Biggest shot of my life. It was a glass.
Yeah.
It was a glass. Actually, looking around at this group of gays, it was so funny. Everyone took the shot. Everyone first looked like they were going to puke, and they were all crying. It was so funny. I wish I recorded it. But, so I think I was a little overserved, and I got into the park, and it was the type of thing where I was, like, having conversations with everyone, and I, in the middle of a conversation, was like, I need to go home.
Totally.
I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to puke or I'm going to be sick. I was just like, my social battery's gone.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Look, guys, I'm growing up.
Honey.
Social battery at 0, mama.
It happens, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be overwhelming, too. Honestly, the crowds, like, can get scary.
I'm starting to, like, I don't know. Something about getting older is crowds.
The more you know, honestly, I really believe as we get older, you understand each more, like, ignorance is bliss.
100%.
Once
like,
you
knowledge,
know
knowledge is power, but knowledge is also not power, in the way that I am super tuned into the news and everything like that.
Very
and
much.
Because of that, it's just like my dad. My dad downloaded, the app Citizen?
Totally.
If you guys don't know what Citizen is, it's basically like a next door app. It just tells you anything that's happening in the neighborhood, whether it be like a fire or a robbery or a shooting or stabbing or like a man slicing apples with a samurai sword. That's an actual thing I saw on Citizen once.
Really?
But my dad has Citizen, and now he's always like, oh my god, like, someone got killed down the street. Oh my god, someone got shot. And blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, those things were always happening. You just didn't know about them.
Yeah.
And now that you have the app, you're like, the world is coming to an end. And yes, obviously there are certain issues in the world that are worse than ever before, but sometimes I'm like, I wish I didn't read that thing because I don't want to know about this, because I feel now I'm scared in this one situation.
Totally.
I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, it's hard because it is like so important to be aware
100%.
of everything happening. But that's what I mean, like when we were younger and like didn't have much to worry about or anything like that, and now like It's so crazy to think, and I know we've said we're 30 like so many times. It's so crazy to think I don't feel like I'm 30, but
No,
like,
not at
which
all.
is power to the people.
I also don't think a lot of people. I mean, they look at me and think I'm 30, but they know my my personality, and they're like, "So you're 16 years old."
Somebody did ID me hard this weekend.
Oh my
though.
god! Thank you.
So
Come on the
sickening.
pod.
They were
That's
like,
awesome.
Where's your wristband? And I had like a long sleeve mesh thing, and they were like, "Can I actually check your ID again?" And I was like, "Oh my god!"
You're like, yes, and you can suck my dick.
Shout out to the face lotion I use.
Yes, you are glowing.
I use Skin by Kim
Oh,
Kardashian.
cute. I didn't know she had a skin.
Yeah, it's called Skin. SKKN.
Okay, like
And
Skims.
I started using it. I got it when it first came out, and I'm just like a consumer at heart. So obviously I like to try things.
You love a box.
I
You love a box in the mail.
a package.
A package.
I love
That's
online shopping.
Do you like how I called it a box? I couldn't think of the word.
A box.
A box in the mail.
Is that a box? Is that box for me?
You need to stop ordering boxes in the mail from Amazon.
But, I do love a box, but I tried it and I absolutely love it. But I don't do the whole 9 steps. There's like,
9?
Yeah. Yes, mama.
Girl, I moisturize and I put on. Wait, no. I cleanse.
Yeah.
And then I put on moisturizer.
I do a cleanser, I do a toner, and then I do a moisturizer.
Yeah, I gotta.
And then the eye cream. Did you start?
No, I know. I'm stressed.
No,
Can we
it's
do-
not
can we
saying
do-
that you look
no,
like
I know,
you
no,
start.
no, I know. But can we do like a sit down? Can you walk me through all this stuff? I feel like
I don't even
I can't
know.
be. I can't be the only one. There's so many like beauty things. Not that I'm like, oh my god, I look hideous or whatever, because obviously I don't.
Right. Yes,
But
exactly.
I don't know. There's the type of thing where, and I know that it's actually probably easier than I give it credit for, but you know when you're just like hesitant to do something because you're like, I don't know how to do it.
Totally.
I mean, I feel like that's
Life.
That's life in general.
Yeah.
But like all the steps and stuff, I'm like, oh, maybe I don't like. I have gotten lots of PR packages full of like serums and stuff like that, and I have
Totally.
it. I don't know what to do with it.
Well, you know what's hard for me, at least? I don't sleep. I feel like I need to change a sleeping habit of like I roll around, and you're not supposed to like
You're
sleep
supposed
on
to
your face.
sleep on your back.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But I feel like I don't really sleep well when I have like a lot of stuff on my face.
Yeah, that makes sense. I also wear an eye mask.
Especially cum.
When I put on my cum face mask at
Yeah.
night, I don't want to get it on my pillow.
Right. And usually I'm like rolling around, and then I feel like
Yeah.
it's all over my
Right.
everything.
Yeah.
So
Are we still talking about?
no, I switched back to actual like moisturizer. and
I
stuff.
was still
well,
on cum.
moisturizer is fine, but like like the like vitamin C serum or like
Yeah.
whatever. Like or the I never really got into the
tinctures.
like the
Like the little-
Ordinary is like a big
this,
brand.
this
Yeah.
thingy. Yeah. If you're not listening, I'm doing the thing where you like pipette on your face.
Yeah.
It's like little drops of cum.
I do think I have yes, exactly. I do think I have sensitive skin though. So like when I do like there was like that red Ordinary. It was like kind of looked I don't know. It burned. It like really hurt my face.
Yeah. No, the minute that it starts hurting, I'm like, I'm a baby, I'm done.
Yeah.
But I also wear an eye mask at night, and I'm thinking, so something that they don't tell you when you're younger and you think you have acne in high school is that it gets worse. I mean, I know for a lot of people it doesn't get worse, but my acne, and I know that I don't have a lot. I'm not saying that I do, but like, just on my forehead and stuff, I've been like breaking out. And I think it might be from my eye mask because I also sweat a lot in my sleep. You guys want to know everything about my sweating habits?
So much.
I sweat so much. My
With the air
trick
conditioning
is
on.
oh yeah, my AC is on.
60.
Nico is under the covers with like 16 additional blankets on him, like shivering.
Yeah.
But it's because I have it on like 60 degrees, fan going. I have an overhead fan too, so it's just you're just getting wafted with freezing cold air.
Yeah.
If I have all of my limbs under the covers, I will wake up in a crime, like, you know when someone dies in a crime scene and they do like an outline of the body? That's me, but it's sweat. And instead of the line being on the outside, it's all filled in the middle.
Work.
Like full, drenched, soggy sheets.
Yeah.
Bunched up. If I have one arm or foot out,
Yeah.
I won't sweat.
Interesting.
I know.
Maybe I'll try that.
Can we have a doctor on to talk about sleeping habits and sweat? I actually think that would be a great episode.
Sweating, yeah, learning about
Yeah.
like sleep apnea,
Sleep,
as well.
sweat, and cum.
And dreams.
And dreams. Oh, yes.
I'm trying to.
I
think.
had a really fucked up dream this weekend, and I can't remember it.
Oh, that's like the worst when you're like, oh, I
it.
remember.
I can't say it.
Oh, you can't say it.
No.
It was that fucked up.
I'll tell you after.
Okay. I've had some dreams, kind of.
You've had dreams?
Yeah.
I dream.
I don't know if I remember them recently though. I'm gonna start like I try
Do
and
a
write them
dream
down
journal?
when I do.
Oh my god, wait! I actually have to find. I have like a, I don't know where it is, but I have a note of like something I woke up to write.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like doghouse, peaches in the morning.
Yes.
Woman eats hair. This is it. And I always think. Also, sometimes what I'll do since we're both writers, like I'll wake up and I'm like, oh my god, that was so funny, or I have such a good idea, and I read it the next morning. Makes no fucking sense.
Totally.
No sense at all.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite part though of like writing things down, like memories,
Mhm.
and like using them in because like a lot of like Mustache Academy or something
Mhm.
like that online is like real
Yeah.
things that have happened
Yeah.
or whatever jokes. But so funny last night. This isn't funny. I hope the woman was okay.
Mhm.
But somebody like fell. Oh my god!
no.
Speaking of high tops,
Uh-oh.
last night nobody was hurt, but like. Maybe it was because there was space. I've never seen somebody go down so hard in a bar.
What?
It was a guy and a girl, and they fell. They were hugging. I don't
Where were
see-
they? Just on the ground? They were like standing
like
on the
middle bar, like where like the tables are
yeah.
standing. They were like embracing. I didn't see them really embrace.
Uh-huh.
Both of them hit the table. The table like squeezed. What is that? Squeezed.
Squeezed?
The table like
Swerve?
sputtered. What is it? Like it got out of the way. It moved.
Shifted?
Shifted. Like they hit the table and it was like
Okay.
What's
like,
that sound?
Slid?
slid or like what's the
Whatever.
sound when it's like
Oh no, you have me confused.
it moved on
it
the floor.
scratched.
The table
Whatever.
moved.
The table moved.
And they hit the
It
chair, they
squeaked.
hit the table, and they went full down, still embraced.
Question: who was the one who hit the ground? The girl or the guy?
It was pretty equal.
They were
it was
high-
like
they
the
were-
side.
They
were like,
did they have drinks in their hands?
Their glasses shattered, but I don't think anybody was like cut.
Did they like yell?
No.
Were
bet-
people like, "Oh my god, are you okay?"
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
we
yeah,
were
yeah.
all around. We tried to help the guy up and whatever, but I think they were fine. I think they had
Pretty drunk. Yeah.
too much to drink, but
Yeah.
other than that, I hope they're okay.
Yeah,
It didn't
it's
seem like anybody
scary.
was, but I'd never seen somebody go down so hard.
That's
it was
scary.
wild.
Thank
But-
God you were there and I wasn't there, because I have a problem where no matter the situation, it could be the most important person in my life.
Yeah.
I will laugh.
Will you? But no,
I
this
don't
wasn't
know-
even funny.
Okay.
Like I truly was like, oh shit.
Okay.
Like I get that.
Like when someone falls down the stairs, like
totally.
I think it's the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, I get that humor, but like
Yeah.
this was like,
okay.
like I
Like,
hope
yeah.
it's okay. Kind
Oh,
of.
okay.
But it was like end of the night. It's like Sunday night. You know,
Yeah.
people are tired.
Well, I mean, yeah, if they were doing the marathon all weekend that everyone was doing, I'm sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say that we were next door at the Bayou, and I was FaceTiming with Bettina,
Mm-hmm. Hey, girl.
and someone like an ambulance came because I don't. It was a different person. I think somebody had like a gash on their
Oh.
forehead or something. They were
Uh-huh.
sitting outside, whatever, and Bettina was like, "Show me what's going on," because I was like outside as the ambulance came, and
Uh-huh.
I was like, "No," I was like, "She's medically injured."
Yeah.
But then they were flashing a light in her face,
Uh-huh.
and like it was hitting me, and I was like, "But this light is."
You're like, Daddy, come back next weekend. I'll be on the
Literally.
same side.
And she was like, "Write that down." I'm
yeah.
writing that down. I was
yeah,
like, "Yeah, totally."
absolutely.
Which way?
No, I mean it's been eventful for sure. Last weekend was super fun. I'm sad I missed the festival, but then I was glad that I didn't want to miss Kylie, but I was like I should after this entire weekend, because even going to work on Monday, I was a little bit
Totally.
like, holy. I honestly was like, you know when you have that like false sense of confidence of, oh, I'm not tired, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so fucking good. I like woke up that morning. I definitely didn't go to the gym, but I was like, okay, I feel totally fine. Had some coffee, got in the shower, got to work. Like 30 minutes in, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Not like, I was just like, it was dread.
Totally.
I wasn't hungover. I was definitely tired. I contributed at work. But I was just like, I need to get home.
But honestly, too, like at a point in life, and not to be like depressing, but
Mhm.
like after like such an amazing weekend,
Mhm.
especially if you're like not in like I've said it before on this
Mhm.
podcast, like in like a middle ground of like you're finding joy, but it's
Mhm.
like a little more difficult than usual. So
Mhm.
you're like going in and out of depression and kind
Mhm.
of like battling that, but then have such a beautiful weekend or
Yeah.
such a like amazing time, and then like the next day comes and it's just
Yeah.
like back to reality a little harder than usual.
Yeah, in a way, sometimes, like, I feel this way after. I always remember it was a similar feeling to going to, like, a bar mitzvah with family or something when I was younger. Like, I remember after, like, any of my cousins' bar mitzvahs, or especially when it's, like, a party all about you're going to be depressed after. Yeah. But, like, my whole family being there, all my friends, and then, like, you wake up and everyone, like, flies home, and you go from having the best day to being so... I mean, like, your serotonin's gone. It's, like, the two extremes. Best day ever, and then you're so depressed that it's over. And I definitely feel... I mean, I told you that. Like, this morning I woke up and I was like, fuck, is Pride over?
Yeah.
And I've decided that it's definitely not.
No, oh my God.
I already was looking at tickets for parties next weekend.
Hell yeah.
I found one.
What's happening?
I don't know what it's called. Jackson sent it to me.
Sickening.
We'll see you guys there. Actually, woo! See you there. Oh, my God. Wait, speaking of... Last weekend and this weekend, I feel I'm so honored. So many people approached us out and about the podcast.
It was really, really,
and if you were
really
one of the
amazing.
people, I mean, if you're anyone, first of all, we are so glad that you're here. But please come up to us and talk to us about the podcast. I loved it. I loved it. It meant so much. There were so many wonderful and kind people who we got to talk to about the podcast and who genuinely gave these, like, incredibly kind compliments. And the whole reason we do this is because we want to reach, like, a wider audience and make everyone's week better, and that's kind of what the response has been. And it was so fun, especially having it be Pride and have all these people being like, I love this gay fucking podcast. I was like, ugh, it felt so nice, and we do it all for you.
It really does mean the world. Like, truly, anytime people are like, sorry to bother, it's like, it's never a bother. It's truly like such joy that emerges into my heart every time, just like talking about something that obviously we love to do because we love each other, but like also we love you all and are so excited to continue this. And like we said, we've been going through a transition, so I think for both of us too, it was a reminder why we do this and like why we wanted to do this. And we just love you all so much. So thank you so much for the love, and like continue to listen, please, and subscribe and comment. We've gotten some hate. Maybe it's Pride Month, maybe it's whatever. But if you could like, subscribe, leave a comment or anything, we obviously are so appreciative. But if you're just a listener and you want to keep vibing, stay.
Also,
space is for you, everybody.
One more little plug. If you guys want to like give us a cute little rating on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, because we've had some anti-queer people in there, which has not been fun. Totally. You know, giving it 1 star just because we're gay, like, get a fucking hobby.
Honey, 1 star, there's 2 right here.
But no, give us 5 stars, not 2. One of my favorite moments was we were at High Tops. High Tops.
Yeah.
West Hollywood and East Side Bar. This is like an ad.
Hey, today's episode is brought to you by
massive shots at High Tops. No, one guy came up to me at High Tops and he was like, hi, like, I just want to talk to you about the podcast. I like love you and Julian so much. And you were like to my right, but your back was turned to him. And he was like, please let Julian know. And I like tapped you. I was like, he's right here. And he was like, oh my God, it's both of you. It was so cute.
It's
so cute.
I love
fun. It. And we just made out. It also made me do like think. I was like, oh my God, it'll be so fun down the line to go out, like have some sort of like meet up or meet and greet, or not saying that I deserve a meet and greet,
one day, like a live show.
Yeah, well, obviously
we're on our way.
Yeah, we're there, baby.
We're pushing.
We're doing it live right now. But no, that was just so fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, last weekend was nutty, and then oh my God, I want to talk about this party that I went to on Saturday.
Yeah, let's talk about it. I went to.
So yeah,
this is the party that Nick and Nico.
This is Nick, my boyfriend and I 3 years ago. Or no. Oh my God, I did it myself. I was making fun of everyone for saying it was 3 years. 2 years. From tomorrow, 2 years ago, we met.
This was your first day? Tomorrow?
No, it was the first
Glam Cox.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we met at a pregame for Glam Cox, and we have been together ever since. But Glam Cox is this like really fun, super inclusive, queer, big old fucking blast of a party. I will say I have gone now 3 years, which is why so many people have been like, oh my God, happy 3 years. I was like, no. We met, the first day we met was the first one, but I also just fucked it up myself. It's such a blast.
Yeah.
I think it's like one thing that I also love about it, it's super inclusive. They make sure. I also love like in their emails and stuff, they specifically talk about like consent and inclusivity and not judgment zones and blah, blah, blah. which I just think creates a really comfortable place for a lot of people.
Totally.
But mama, it gets hot.
So sweaty.
It is scary. I mean, it's happened all 3 years. The first year was the worst because I think the AC broke. But I also, like, luckily Pride this year, which I was fine with, was like 75 degrees, which is nice.
Chilly.
Yeah. I live in LA. Meanwhile, we grew up in a city that had negative 30-degree temperatures, but now it hits like 65 here, and I'm like, where's my park bag?
Literally.
No, the first year it was so hot that, no joke, when I got into my Uber at 4 a.m. with Nico, I had my tank top and I squeegeed it, like I spun it, and it dropped water, like sweat out of it. Disgusting. But yeah, so like getting in that Uber this weekend too. Yeah. But no, it was so fun, and you know, just great vibes, great dancing. But obviously everyone's like kind of on one, for sure.
Totally.
And then it's always this moment where you kind of like black in at like 3:30 in the morning, and I looked around and I was like, I have to go home.
Totally.
And it's just like a bunch of gays just being like, hello, and I'm like, ah! All of a sudden I go from being like, yes, Pride, to like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And then we got in the Uber, and he, you know, I was like, how's your night? Wouldn't say a word to us. Obviously is looking at like two gays in the back of this Uber, soaking wet, just being like, get the fuck out of my car. Like, have a good night. He drives as quickly as he can away. And by the way, work.
I also went.
Yes.
I love it. It definitely is inclusive. Mm-hmm. Obviously, these parties are. Obviously, we're celebrating Pride and everything like that. Not even if we weren't, it should be. Anyway, everything should be. Mm-hmm. But it's so weird. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. I still feel so uncomfortable mm-hmm. there. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. Not specifically Glamcocks. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It does kind of. Oh God, maybe it does kind of make me emotional a little bit. LOL. Me mm-hmm. being like, it was Friday yesterday, so I'm a little hungover. So like, maybe that's the emotion. But like, I do think I tell myself mm-hmm. I'm not supposed to be there more than like anybody else does. Right. Like, I don't really blame anybody else for making me feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. But like, I'm not calling myself ugly. I'm not mm-hmm. doing that. I'm not like throwing myself a pity party. Mm-hmm. But it is like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't. Again, as I grow older, I feel less and less ability to like fully let go mm-hmm. of what other people are thinking.
Of course, yes.
And it's difficult to like, I don't know, I feel like I've come to terms, like, mm-hmm. and not I don't want to say I come to terms because like that's just like I'm settling. Mm-hmm. I've learned mm-hmm. and like I'm still learning to like love the feminine sides of myself, and like I do that, but like in those spaces mm-hmm. you do feel, and like again, I'm not like saying that nobody else feels like this mm-hmm. and like trust, I know people have experienced this and worse,
right, or people who don't feel welcome
totally
because of like a certain like their
anything about you, things you can't change, and it really brings out the like, I don't know, it makes me feel really self-conscious mm-hmm. in those spaces. Mm-hmm. And again, like it's me. Like no one said anything to me. But not like taking my shirt off mm-hmm. or like wearing something. And people are in costumes, right? There's people in costumes.
It's varying degrees of like
totally
short shorts or like Oompa Loompa.
Yeah.
Like, as you can see from Julian's TikTok.
Totally, yeah. It's just like sometimes like, I don't know how to get rid of that like mm-hmm. feeling in your stomach of being like unwanted because of like who you are, mm-hmm. how you look like, because of like past things.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I just sometimes there are moments I like wish I could allow myself mm-hmm. to be that free in that way mm-hmm. and not really let all those factors that I have worked on for so long mm-hmm. to be proud of mm-hmm. and to like really love about myself get like intruded by those thoughts. Yeah. And that's why I kind of like don't like love to go. Yeah. And like I always give it a shot. Like mm-hmm. I always want to try it. And again, like I want to say, I've said this 2 times already, but like I know it's nobody else. Like mm-hmm. I'm not like saying anybody, you know, people, gays look at each other all the time, like judgmental or whatever. That's, everybody does. People do. Mm-hmm. So like that's not just gay people doing it. But yeah, I don't know. I still am like finding my like place in those spaces.
Yeah.
And I was so we all went together,
Yeah.
and I was so lucky. Shout out to Kevin.
Oh my God.
Who dressed as Willy Wonka.
Unreal.
So good.
So good.
I know it's like on my thought process, but it's hard to like get out of that.
Totally. And I
Yeah.
also think it's like it is like it's also something, but by the way, something I've struggled with 100%. I mean, even when I went, like, I feel like when I went to this type of party, again, like I've said, like I don't really go to these types of parties too, because I do feel it, again, it's no one's fault, out of place, and also just severely uncomfortable in my own skin. And I feel like the only reason, for example, like I took my shirt off at this party 2 years ago was because Nico.
Yeah.
And I felt like, and I, even on this first night that I met him, he was like, you look amazing. No one cares. You look amazing, whatever. So I did it and was in my head the entire time. And I still feel that way whenever I'm in those spaces and whatnot, but I do think there is more of and I'm not saying that I have figured out self-acceptance whatsoever. I have serious issues, as anyone does, and I think that it's never like, oh, I'm fixed, I feel perfect about myself in every situation, I feel wonderful, but I do think it can change. And I think there's like beauty to that, but also I'm also of the mindset, not just for, a party like this, whether it's a, event you don't want to go to, a, play that you feel uncomfortable at, a concert, that whatever. I'm also of the mindset of like, if you give it a try and you're still uncomfortable, you do not have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, and no matter who you are, protect your peace. 100%.
I do have like, I think like deeper issues with self-image, especially when it comes to like other guys or like people I've been with, because it's been so beat down that like I was too much or like too feminine or like needed to change to I don't know, to configure to like what they want. And that's hard not to like take that into life, because I've been alone since, and I still am like somewhat, I don't know. But I feel like I was so comfortable being alone. And now, like, seeing somebody, it's, like, scary to do that. I don't know, it's, like, pride.
No.
But, like, I am so proud.
Yeah.
No. All that this is here. No. I am so proud. But, like, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's, like, it's difficult. And those spaces and things, like, do take a lot out. Especially just, like, being online too. It's like I am so proud, and I am so happy to do what I do, but it does like take a lot of courage, and like to anybody who's putting out like things about themselves or like opening up online, it is hard. And it's not all like amazing, like but yeah, I don't know, I just am faced with such amazing feelings during Pride, but then also like things that like come up in what it is being gay, like the actual realities of it.
No, absolutely. And also you're just like subjected to like past traumatic experiences that just come up out of the blue, and you're also like, I should be, there's also that like pressure to like, I should be having fun, I should be feeling good. And then I feel like sometimes this happens to me is like when I know I'm in a bad mood, or I don't like something, or I'm uncomfortable or whatever, and then I'm like mad at myself for not having a good time, being like, oh my God, you should be so lucky. And I don't think it's productive. I think it's unfair. I think it's like, we're human and you're allowed to feel how you feel. And also, I wouldn't change you for the world. I wouldn't change me for the world. And I think, and I also know what you mean, like being a public facing persona, trolls and assholes on the internet are going to say the things that for them is just a 2-second part of their day. But for you, it's like a complete blast from the past of a trauma that you like have been trying to work on. So it's hard, but
it's just a journey.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love to be on it with you.
Yeah, no, and I'm so happy you are on it with me.
I know.
Like RuPaul says, if you can't love yourself, how are you gonna love somebody else?
Which, by the way, I can't.
Sickening.
Genius.
It really is. And
it's such a great line. I mean, it's so incredibly true.
It's so true.
It hurts a little bit, actually.
Do you have a favorite memory from Pride?
I mean, I would probably say the best memory that I have is meeting Nico, but I do remember what was nice is this was back in the day. This was like 10 years ago. My parents used to live in the West Village, like right down the street from Stonewall. And we would have these, like, my parents would always be out of town, and Bettina could tell you. I mean, there were a lot of those girls there. Just have all these people over, and we would just like run from the apartment down to Stonewall, down to the parade, and just like drink in the streets, shake our asses, just like be absolute maniacs. And those were some of my absolute favorite days at Pride. What about you?
I love that. I think one of my first Prides, I was bleach blonde, bad built butch body.
No, you wouldn't.
Truly. I wore like a rainbow American Apparel Speedo with like a white short sleeve button up shirt and like a pink vinyl hat and boots and eyeliner.
Boots, bitch.
Bitch.
Yeah.
I was giving.
You were giving.
And I got a spray tan. Mama, no one could tell me I wasn't the like honoree of Pride.
Yeah.
But it was my first one ever, and I like had such a good time. It was. I went with my sister Alex and also my friend Brandon, who we used to do Pride. Like
Brandon
Rivera.
Hi, girl.
Hey, Brandon.
Love you.
We used to do, and this was Pride and also Market Days, which is like later in the summer Pride, but like we used to get underage. We used to go buy Four Locos and like around the perimeter of it, we used to hide them in bushes, and then we'd get a big gulp from 7-Up and like put it in the big gulp because you were allowed to enter with like soda or something or whatever, which didn't make sense. But
doesn't make any sense.
But we used to hide them, and we used to just get literally plastered. I was downing like 2.5, 3, 4 Locos
and this
at the
was back
time.
when Four Locos like could kill people.
Yeah, no, we were definitely risking it all for Pride, just a little fun. And I love spending time with Brandon during Pride because he was in high school, especially like always my good time gal.
Yeah,
and it's still my good time gal always. But like back then, we were like. The streets were ours, for sure.
Oh, that's so cute.
So,
also, because now you're bringing this up, I feel like, I mean, I don't know if we ever do this kind of thing, but like, we are going to put a phone number in the podcast description and on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay, call in, tell us your favorite Pride story. Because
Pride
also
stories are like fun stories, whatever having to do with Pride.
Or tell us some crazy shit that happened on your Pride weekends. I mean, or if you want some advice about Pride.
Yeah.
We are not experts.
Anything
but
you want.
Anything you want.
Yeah, call in and
call in. We will get the number to you guys.
We'll put it up right here.
Yeah. Look at how beautiful this number is. Oh my God, the most beautiful phone number I've ever seen in my entire life. Look at her. But anyway, Ju, I love you so much.
I love you
this
so
has
much.
Been such a fun Pride episode. We are so happy to be back.
Like I said, we were going through some shifts, so it would mean a lot to us. Even if you subscribed before, we are on a different YouTube channel. So we are at Breathe If You Agree.
Yeah.
And our TikTok is Breathe If You Agree Pod. And our Instagram is Breathe If You Agree.
We are starting this next chapter doing it ourselves, which we're very excited about. I mean, look at this gorgeous couch.
It's all about prevailing. And we believe in this, and we're going to keep going.
Yeah. And so, but subscribing on YouTube.
A like, a comment.
10
likes will save my poor Cosette.
Anyway, so happy to be back.
Love you so much.
We will see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Breathe If You Agree. Woo! Mwah. Happy Pride.